Hi, I'm Hayden from NI, and this is Justin from 3DB Labs. And today we're going to show you a demonstration of the latest software-defined radio, the NI Ettus USRP X410. And today we have it connected up to 3DB Labs Scepter software, which is a signal analysis, signal processing software suite. So Justin, why don't you give us a quick tour of Scepter and show us the X410 in action?
Absolutely. So Scepter is a bit of a Swiss Army knife when it comes to signal processing, whether it be radar, comms, just general spectral awareness. So what we have is connected to the 100 gigabit link on the X410 running in here. So I got a bit of a FIFO buffer going, so first in, first out for all the INQ. So I can kind of decide when and where I want to actually look at a file or look at a signal as it comes up. So off to the left, we actually have another B200 transmitting some environment that was collected in Arizona, actually, interestingly enough. And if I kind of zoom in here on all these different signals that are coming up, I can hone in on one or all of them. And if I want to get some better resolution, I can go back into that circular FIFO buffer and actually retrieve that, enhance it, if you will. There's even an enhance button. I can draw a little box and say, okay, well, let's play that and let's listen to it. Not too much there. But if I want to save that for later, if it was important, I can hit extract and it'll go back into that FIFO buffer, subband tune and thin it out and make a separate file.
So that's pretty cool. So you're taking that full 400 megahertz of bandwidth and sort of zooming in and finding signals of interest within Scepter, and you're able to kind of demod and save them off. That's can be pretty useful for like a signals intelligence application and things of that nature. So being this X410's pretty new, y'all are running in Linux using all the UHD and open source drivers, and so y'all were an early user of the X410, obviously, and so tell me about getting up and going and with the X410.
Yeah, actually, it wasn't that bad at all. Once we got the newest UHD beta release, once we recompiled it, it kind of just worked out of the box.
Yeah, just plugged right in. So I know that Scepter also has several pulse processing or radar pulse processing capabilities built into it. You might give us a tour of that. We also have another B200 over here emulating some radar signals into our environment here in the studio.
That's right. Yeah. So on another instance of Scepter sitting over there, we have a signal generator that's generating a bunch of radar signals and transmitting them out. And the nice thing about the X410 is it does go higher in frequency than the previous generation of Ettus devices, or NI devices, I should say. So if I kind of switch tabs over here to my pulse processing tab, I've got a little software tuner parked on that radar, and then I have a bunch of what are called PDWs. So as the INQ is coming in, it's doing pulse detection, doing a CFAR-based pulse detection, calculating various metrics as far as pulse amplitude, pulse width, TOA, and we're presenting that to the user. So think of it as like a lighter weight way to describe what a radar is doing. But INQ is king over everything, so there is a way to link the two. So if I look in my pulse plots here, I have a scattergram plotting received pulse width versus frequency. If I want to isolate something, I can draw a little filter box around it. And if I want to hone in and see, well, what was the INQ that generated that pulse, I can just hover over it, do some diff pointing, and actually see that pulse and measure it. Or if I want to look at a group of pulses, I can draw a whole box and view all that data at once.
It's pretty awesome, pretty handy to be able to figure out what's transmitting and kind of understanding the electromagnetic world around you. And so here we're actually only using one of the 4 channels on the new X410, but Scepter has the ability to go parallel processing and process multiple channels at once, which presumably could be pretty handy.
Absolutely. If I wasn't on a little laptop and we had a server with a GPU, absolutely, we could bring in all those channels off of the X410 over that link and process it all in real time.
Well, I appreciate the demo, and thank you for coming down to the NI headquarters today. And I personally am very excited about this new USRP X410. It's a first in a new series of X400 radios, and being that it's built on open source and it also has the ability to run LabVIEW all on a single device, we're pretty excited of the capabilities. The Xilinx state-of-the-art RF SoC inside is going to be really neat to see what people do with that, maybe for 5G test beds and advanced signal analysis software like y'all do at 3DB Labs. So where can folks learn more about 3DB Labs?
Yeah, so they can just go to our website at 3db-labs.com, and there's a contact info you can click on there.
Well, great. I appreciate you coming down today. And so to learn more about the latest software-defined radio technology from NI, go to ni.com/SDR or ettus.com. Thank you.